Hey guys, what's up? Hey, G for T here. It's like 4 o'clock a.m. I woke up and decided to take a walk. I just was in bed, running around, not being able to think straight, and was out here, grabbed a cup of coffee, and just walking the streets today. Um, just basically trying to get ready for the day. When you're not working, you still have to wake up and prepare. Sometimes, in some ways, it takes more mental preparation, being able to deal with not having a job, than sometimes it does having a job. I mean, for many of us, the entire country is going through transition. So everybody's finding different ways to survive. For some people, it's selling things on eBay. For others, it's bottled plastic bottles and aluminum cans. I mean, for others, it's temp work, contract work. But definitely to get through this great recession, as they call it, definitely takes a sound mind and body. So I guess the name of this video is going to be called, or this video series is going to be called, How to Survive If You're Permanent Unemployed. And the first thing you need to do, depending upon your situation, is to get your living situation nailed down. So you need to be able to get in a situation where either you're sharing a room with somebody, or you're living with family, or if you got to get a trailer, or if you got to be in a shelter, or some situation that's very low cost. That's what you need to focus on, making sure that you're grounded. Forget about the transportation, forget about everything else. You need a place to lay your head at night. That's number one. Number two, you need to look at resources for food. So you got to start cooking at home. And every dollar that you have has to go for necessary, absolutely necessary expenses. And then from there, it's just like a Maslow hierarchy of needs. You need to make sure your health is taken care of. You have some type of health care, your nutrition. You got to make sure you're healthy. You have social relationships, friends. Make sure you keep those up. But in general, some of you may have to prepare for a life without a permanent position. So if you're doing temp work, do temp work. If you're having to go to Labor Ready and do contract jobs, you could do that. If you're having to go look for plastic bottles, aluminum cans, do that. So take a certain portion of your day, whether it's 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, and dedicate it to some type of work. Whether the work is paying or not, it doesn't really matter at this point. Just make sure you're doing something productive. I mean, if you want to get food, volunteer at every single food charity program in your local area, and trust me, you'll get food. Mainly the battle of being permanent unemployed is really a mental one and an emotional one, and the tendency and the temptation is to really turn to alcohol and drugs and other things to kind of dull the emotions that you have to go through. A feeling of helplessness, a feeling of not being able to control your situation. And really what you need to have is a survival mantle on your shoulders. You need to start looking at this as something that you need to survive and thrive through. Money does not make the man. There are many forms of wealth, not just money. There's mental health, physical health, social health, knowledge health, wisdom health. So I guess my message to a lot of you guys that are out there struggling with that, if you can't get the money thing dialed down, start looking at every aspect of your life that you care about, and then start working on that. If you don't have a relationship, assess your situation and start working on it. Start working on the little details of your personality that you'd like to strengthen, whether it be stamina, self-defense. For me, it's urban survival, travel, video making. Everybody has their own calling. So anyways, this is just G for T, just a message to you guys out there. I know you're struggling. Part of the permanent unemployed class, there's 20-30% of Americans that are either unemployed, underemployed, or having big difficulty with transitioning to this new economy. And the truth of the matter may be, we may be facing an economy that is just wiping out jobs and not creating new ones. That's the real, honest to God truth. And whether you want to believe it or not, It doesn't really matter. It exists, and it is what it is, and it's how you're going to deal with it that will matter most to you. Money ain't everything. That's basically the message. Peace out. God bless. Take care.